So hello everyone. Today I will be discussing this question minimum steps required from Geeksforgeeks, which is today's daily task on Geeksforgeeks. So in this question you are given a string str consisting of only characters a and b. So you will be given a string which will only contain characters a and b. You need to find the minimum steps required to make this string empty by removing consecutive a's and b's. So in one operation you can either remove consecutive a's or you can either remove consecutive b's. So you need to determine the minimum number of steps required to make the whole string empty, right? So one thing to observe here is that whatever string you are given, you can consider groups of a's and b's as single a and b, right? Because either either you can have single a, either you can have a, or you can have two a's or more than one a. So you can consider both of these a's as a single a, and similar is the case for b also, right? Because you can remove this whole batch at a time, right? So instead of considering it as multiple entries of a, you can simply consider it as a single a. So first of all, what I can do is I can process the given string in this form. So let's say I have this simple test case bb bb and then a then b, right? So first of all I can consider this string in this form b a b, and after that I can think of some particular logic to solve this question, right? So I hope this part is clear. Now moving on to the next part. So let's take the same example after I have collapsed, or after I have shrink the given string. So the given string is BAB. Now let's consider this as one of the test cases, and the other test case as BA. Right? Now my claim is that I should always start from the second character. I should always start removing the second character, and then the fourth character, then the sixth character. So how this will help me is, like, as you can see in this test case there is only one a, right? And a modified test case for of the same test case is this one. And this, if you start from the second character and you keep on removing, there are at most two characters that you need to remove, and after that the remaining characters will form a single batch, right? So what you can simply do is you can start iterating from the second character, or better say you will always traverse the even indices considering one based indexing. So let's say the index of this character is 1 2 3 4. So you will always start from the second character and start removing the characters which are at even indexes, and in the end you will be left with some characters which will actually form a single batch, because after you remove these a's, or let's say the other test case can be a b a b. So here in this case also, if you start removing characters from the second character and then the fourth character, and in a similar fashion, so what you can see is you will always be left with similar characters in the string, right? So in the end, whatever characters you have removed until now, you will simply add one to it, and that will be your final answer. So here in this case, or this case, you can see that you remove two a's, and after that you need to remove this batch of b that is remaining. So the total number of characters, or the total number of operations that you will need to perform the whole process is 2 plus 1, which is equals to 3. And similar is the case for this one also. Here, as you can see, that there are two characters that you will first remove, and after that you will be left with characters which are all same. So in one step itself you will remove all of those characters. So in this case also the answer is actually 3 only. And let's see for this test case, which is BAB. So as I told that you will always start from the second character and you will start removing them. So as you can see, you will first remove this character, and after that you will be left with two b's. So in one step itself you can remove all of these b's. So the total number of steps will be 1 plus 1, which is equals to 2. Now the thing to observe here is that why should I always start from the second character itself? So as the consider both of these test cases, right? So if I had started removing characters from the first index then you can see that I would have needed to remove two characters, right? Two B's, and after that I will be left with one A, and so the total number of operations in that case would be three, right? But if I start from the second character, so you can see that the total number of characters that you need to remove will be that will be 1A, and the remaining batch of B's only. So the total number of characters will be 1 plus 1, which is equals to 2, right? So you can see that if you start from the second character, you will always get an optimal answer. And in this case, though it does not matter, but if we start from the second character itself, so we are also covering this case. So it is always better to start from the second character and remove the alternate remove characters from the alternate indexes, and after that you will be left with some same characters. So you can remove all of those characters in just one step using one operation. So that is how you will solve this question. So this is what I'm actually doing. I'm making a temporary string, which is the string that is the shrinked form of the string that I was talking about in the explanation part. And in this string, what I will do is I will iterate over the given string in the input, and if this if this string is empty, or the character at the back of this string is not equals to the current character, so I need to insert this, right? So in this case, if you see, so for the first character, as there's a B, so first you will insert this. Now the next character is also B, right? So you don't need to insert it. Now the third character is A. So as you can see, this character is not equal to the character at the back of the temp string, so you will simply insert this character, and after that you will skip the remaining A's. So you will skip these two A's, and after that you will insert B again. So this is the string that you will get, and after that the total number of uh, characters that start from the second index and are at alternating positions will be temp dot size divided by 2, right? Because let's say the test case, like the temp string for some test case is A, right? So in that case, what you can see is the temp dot size divided by 2 will be 0, and if you add 1 to it, so this will be the total number of operations that you need to perform. Similarly, let's say if you have this string A and B, so the total number of characters that start from the second index and are at alternating indexes will be temp dot size divided by 2. So in this case it will be 2 by 1, which is 1, and you can see also that there's only one index, and you will add 1 to it to remove the remaining indexes. So this is how I will simply perform the operation, and I will return my answer. So I hope this part is clear to you. Thank you.